What is going on, guys? It's the True Jack back again, and I did say in my Reading preview that I hope it's not the last one, and it isn't the last one after all, because Swansea are in the playoffs and we are playing Brentford. And the support in my recent video, which is obviously my Reading watch along, has been magnificent. Also Leeds watch along, I got 9k views as well. So yeah, recent support has been brilliant. So thank you very much for that. And yeah, let's get on with the preview. So we talk about our opponents in the playoffs, Brentford. And Brentford have the best goal difference in the league, I think. And their strike force, Benrahma, Mbeumo and Watkins, obviously the BMW, they have scored over 50 goals in total, I think. And they're the best front three in the league, in my opinion. And they're pretty much favourites to go up alongside Fulham. Obviously, Fulham and Cardiff have joined us in the playoffs as well. And yeah, I'm really nervous. It's a massive, massive week ahead for the Swans and for Brentford, Fulham and Cardiff, obviously. And Brentford, their form has been awful recently. They lost to Stoke and Barnsley in the last two games. They had a massive chance to finish top two, but two important games that they should really be winning, they lost them both. So their form is going against them at the moment, and our form has been better, where we've won our last two games. So you never know. You see, it's the Championship, a very unbelievable final day it was, and they last time played, and their last result of the season was a 2-1 loss at Griffin Park against Barnsley. So yeah, and we beat Reading 4-1. It'll be a very interesting game, I reckon. Both teams will be up for it now. I know Brentford have been on bad form recently, but they're really going to be up for it now. Anyway, when the two teams met in October and Boxing Day, Brentford done the double over us, and they scored 3 goals in both games, actually. So yeah, Brentford at Liberty Stadium, Benrahma scored a cracking goal to give Brentford lead. Then a Jake Bidwell own goal before half-time, and a cracking goal from Brian Mbeumo sealed the 3 points for Brentford. Brentford, they deserved the win at Liberty Stadium, and we were awful that game. Only one player turned up, and that was Christopher Pettersson, who was on loan at Utrecht, I think. So yeah, he went on loan to the Netherlands. It went null and void, so I think he'll be back for next season. I don't know who's going to be interested in him, but yeah, and at Griffin Park, Brian Mbeumo went on the score sheet again, and Ollie Watkins had a brace, and also Andre, who got on the score sheet for Swansea as well. We were 2-0 down at half-time, just like at Liberty Stadium, but Andre pulled one back for us until the 80th minute, where Ollie Watkins sealed the 3 points to the Bees. So yeah, Brentford, in last season, all competitions, we beat them 3 times, but they did the double over us this season. So yeah, we are quite unpredictable against Brentford. Like last season, we were their bogey side, but now they're becoming our bogey side at the moment. So with Brentford's current form in their last 5 games, like I mentioned, they lost to Stoke and Barnsley, which was their last 2 games, and on the other hand, they've won their other 3, and they came against Charlton, Derby and Preston. And Swansea have the same, actually, 3 wins in the last 5 games. They came against Birmingham, Bristol City and Reading, like I mentioned. And in fact, we had more points than Brentford in the last 5 games, because we drew to Nottingham Forest. However, we lost to Leeds. So yeah, we've had more points than Brentford in the last 5 games. And I reckon it will be a very interesting game on Sunday night. It's a 6:30 kick-off on Sky Sports. Obviously, both games on Sky Sports. Swansea's second leg is on Wednesday night, 7:45 kick-off. So yeah, like I said, massive, massive week ahead, and we must win this game, to be honest with you. And with Brentford, it's going to be very tough, to be honest with you. Right, prediction time right now. And like I said, Swansea been on better form than Brentford recently, and it's a game that both sides need to win, to be honest with you. But we're home, and we've got the slightly better advantage. Well, there's no home advantage, actually, because of no crowds in due to COVID-19. So yeah, and if we do go to Wembley after Wednesday night, then it's going to be strange behind closed doors. With Brentford, it's going to be a bit of an ask, but since we're at Liberty, you've got to stay positive. It's a must-win game for both sides. But I would say that we wouldn't really win, but screw it. I'm going to predict a win, 2-1 Swans. I reckon Brewster will get one, and I have a feeling that Routledge will get another to his name. He had a brace on Wednesday night against Reading, and I reckon he'll be on the score sheet again, but I honestly think he might still be on the bench. He was a super sub the other day, and for Brentford, I'm going to go with Said Benrahma. Unfortunately, I don't know any Brentford fans or vloggers coming on my channel, so yeah, it's just me for the preview today. So, my team for Wednesday night right now, and personally, I think that we need to keep the side unchanged. Well, Routledge, he did have a brace when he came on, but he went off hobbling a little bit at the end of the game where Selena came on for him. So, yeah, I reckon he'll be on the bench again on Sunday, hopefully, because he's the one who saved our game on Wednesday night, and unchanged side will be my predicted team for Sunday's clash against Brentford, obviously the first leg of the playoffs, which is of course Mulder in goal, left wing back Bidwell, centre backs Guehi, Van der Horn and Cabango, right wing back Roberts, centre mids Fulton and Grimes, attacking midfielder Gallagher, and strikers AU and Brewster. So yeah, our 5 at back system is currently working at the moment, and if we keep majority of the squad from this season, or maybe like get a few signings in, then I think we'll be good to go next season, I reckon. Top 6, obviously, where we finish the season will be our target finish for next season. Anyway, guys, that's the end of the video, and hopefully now we can win on Sunday. I am genuinely nervous. Well, we've got 2 legs, so if we draw at the Liberty Stadium, then we must win in the second leg at Griffin Park. So, yeah, I'm just going to have to predict the win, like I said. So, anyway, you've got to be confident if you're in the playoffs, and Brentford is a bit of an ask, so yes, I know, because they got the best goal difference in the league, and their front three is obviously very dangerous. So, anyway, if you enjoyed, make sure to like, subscribe, turn on post notifications, and yeah, peace.